Hi, folks. My name's Phil Owens, but you might know me from my internet name or pen name, The Road Warrior, OU Road Warrior on Twitter. So, the reason I got that name is because many, many years ago, when I was in law school at Oklahoma, a friend of mine had the bright idea that in the 1991 season we would go to every game. And I had known somebody when I was a kid from church who had gone to every game instead of going on vacations. I thought that was a pretty drastic thing. Sounded like expensive and a lot of work, but thought it sounded pretty cool. In the 1990 season, we were coming off probation that year and had kicked the tail out of Nebraska in the final game that year, 45-10, and everybody was excited. And so we decided we were going to go to every game. And I did go to every game in the 1991 season except for one, the Iowa State game. And the reason I missed the Iowa State game is because the guy whose idea it was to go to all the games backed out on driving. So ended up at his house watching it on pay-per-view. Back when to watch a pay-per-view you had to go down to the cable company's office and get a special box to hook up to your TV. So that game was on October 5th, 1991. I still have the ticket, the unused ticket from that game. And since then, starting with the Texas game the next week, October 12th, 1991, I haven't missed an Oklahoma football game since. So up to today, that's 419 games in a row. Today is Friday, August 30th, 2024, which means it is game day for the season opener for the Sooners for 2024, first game in the SEC. And this will be my 420th game in a row. So in the past, since 1995, I wrote for Sooners Illustrated magazine. My wife and I and some other folks started Sooner Spectator magazine in 2005, and I still write for that magazine. And for many years, I've done post-game internet reports. Last year, we did a podcast, which went over, I think maybe 10 people listened to it, which is fine. But this year, I thought we'd do something different, especially since we've got new venues to go to, new places. Never been to Auburn, Alabama, never been to Oxford, Mississippi. Sadly, have been to Columbia, Missouri many times and not looking forward to returning there. But that'll be a subject for further discussion as the season goes on. But this year, instead of written reports, instead of podcasts, I decided we'd do videos and take you along on game day, take you along on the road trips, and let everybody see what you don't see about going to the game just by watching it on TV. Now this week is a home game, and it's on a work day Friday, which is kind of odd. I think this is the first game day in all those years that I've come to the office to work on actual game day. But I'm going to work about a half day and then go check the kids out of school early and head to Norman. And there will be some travel in this video as well, even though it's a home game, and you'll find out about that later on in the video. But for right now, I've got to get to work. But before I do, I'll give you a quick tour of the office, just to show you some of the stuff I've got around here. So this is my Adrian Peterson Sports Illustrated piece, and this is, I think, the only one of what I have here in the office that I didn't put together myself. I actually won that at a silent auction for one of my kids' schools. And now over here, of course, we've got the commemorative Superman display, the front view and the back view, both autographed by Roy Williams. Now here is a Heisman Sooner Spectator cover that I've got from our editor, Jay Upchurch at Sooner Spectator, but that's got Steve Owens, Jason White, and Billy Sims signed those, and Sam Bradford, I think, signed something somewhere. Oh, he signed the one on top, that's right. And then we have my 2003 Rose Bowl display. Looks like Derek Strait signed the program there. And and Nate Hibble and Trent Smith signed the Sooners Illustrated cover. And then, of course, we've got a panorama. Now, over here, this is from the Notre Dame game back in 2012 or 13. I actually took this panorama as well as this picture in the middle here. And the Touchdown Jesus picture. But you've got the program, and that was very cool to go up there and have us win. And those folks are super nice. Now over here we have and you're not going to really be able to see what that is, but that is the inaugural issue of Sooner Spectator magazine with Bob Stoops on the cover, signed by Coach Stoops. And there's my wife and I's business cards from when we were the publishers of Sooner Spectator when it started. And behind that, you can't see it very well, but behind that is one of the print plates from that initial edition. So the metal printing plate that was used to print what's displayed there is behind it. It's kind of cool. Now over here is from the Tennessee game back in 2015. You've got the panorama there, and the big picture signed by Sterling Shepard, and then the small one signed by Zach Sanchez. Both of those, the big plays in overtime. One to score the touchdown that won, and one to get the interception to finish off the game. And then down here, we have that really cool picture from the Rose Bowl against Georgia before the game, where the stealth bomber flying over. And then down here at the bottom, we've got the sequence shots that I took from the stands of the bomber flying over. So you got it from both sides. So that's kind of cool. Now we'll go back here. I still got a bunch of stuff I haven't framed that is not on the walls, but there's my pinball machine. It was a gift from me to me, love me a couple years ago. My office is a pit, but that's all right. It's a work in progress. Got some of the stuff that I haven't framed in 20 whatever years from the 2000 National Championship. I got several newspaper front pages and stuff that I need to do with that. What do you got? We've got some autographed footballs here. That's 2002 Final Four ball. One of these. Oh, this one. This one is from 1999. This is Bob Stoops' first year. I actually collected those signatures myself. This is one from the 78 team, I believe. Oh, what else we got over here? We got my paper stadium that the gentleman at Paper Stadiums made for me, and unfortunately I sort of tripped and fell into it and damaged it a little bit, but we got that. Got your 2000 National Champions ball signed by Josh Heupel. Got your old Danbury Mint Stadium. Over there's my commemorative Stanley Cup ice, because in addition to being an OU fan, I'm also a big Vegas Golden Knights fan. So we won the cup a couple years ago, and I got to go to game one and got some ice. Now, of course, it's water now, but still. And then I get to sit here and as I work, be reminded of a great season. There's the 3 Sports Illustrated covers autographed from 2000. And then down here is my 2000 commemorative that's got all of the ticket stubs that I used when I went to all 13 games that year. So that's in a place of honor right above my computer, so I can look at it while I work. But I got to get to work, so I'm going to turn this off, and we'll come back a little bit later and take you through a kind of an odd game day because I'm working, but take you through game day with us. right, so we got that little piece of business taken care of. Now we're going to head in the stadium. Here we go.
Come here. Get out of these people's way.
Sorry.
They're showing people on better.
Not bad, not bad. Well, let's see. What to say about that first half? Defense, great. 4 turnovers. Nothing much to argue about that.
You ready?
Offense.
Yeah, I think so. I think he
Can't
can afford time.
run the ball. Not busting a grape up front. Offensive line was going to be a concern coming into the season. Still a concern.
Women, you know, to think about it more.
Not panicking or anything. I mean, hell, we could win the national championship like the old Alabama teams did with mediocre offense and suffocating defense. I could live with it. I'm not saying that that's where we're at. Don't know. But 34-0 at halftime. First game. But we really should be busting more of a grape up front. But thus ends the analysis. Perhaps we'll come back later for some blowouts or commentary. Maybe not. I don't know. We'll see.
Remaining in the ball game.
We just scored to go up 51-3. There's 3 minutes and 11 seconds left in the game. And now it's time for what will hopefully be a regular feature on these videos. Blowout story time. So, today I'll tell the story of getting my car towed at the 2000 OU Texas A&M game. Now you recall that was the game where we came from behind. Torrance Marshall intercepted that ball, ran it back for us to go ahead, and got out of there by the skin of our teeth on the way to winning the national championship. Well, before that game, we had driven down, and something was wrong with my car. I don't know if it had been in a wreck or what, but we were driving a rental car. And we found a place, there was a lot of other people parking there, and it was just in a field, and we didn't think anything of it. Nobody was taking money, so like, hey, great, free place to park. Yeah, it wasn't a free place to park. Because after the glorious victory, we come back to the field, and the field is empty. It's empty of all cars, not just our cars. All cars are gone. And I had a checkbook, my computer, all of our stuff was in that car, because we were going to head back after the game. So that was a little disturbing. But since the entire field was gone, we were pretty confident that all the cars had been towed, and we called the police, and sure enough, it had been towed. So we had to get a cab, because that was before Uber or any of that stuff, out to a wrecker yard out in the hinterlands of College Station, somewhere out in the woods. I don't know, it was kind of Deliverance looking. But fortunately, they let me get into the car to get my checkbook so I could pay them to get the rental car out of hot for being towed. And we got back in the car and headed back to Oklahoma City. And I bought a 12-man towel and hung it upside down out the window all the way back. But it made for a good story. still to be done on the offensive side of the ball, but 51-3. That's good enough for the season opener. So Labor Day weekend is just getting started, and believe it or not, I'm not done having fun. And this is not the only college football game I'm going to this weekend, nor is it the only college football game involving an SEC team that I'm going to go to this weekend. But you'll have to find out more about that tomorrow. I got a plane to catch in the morning. I'm going to bug out of here and try to get some rest and get on that big bird in the morning. So we'll see you there.